Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is May 12th, 2024, and Robert Lewandowski's agent Pini Sabi has met with Barcelona. Also, the same agent has lashed out during an interview that he gave to a Polish media outlet when he was talking about Lewandowski's possible exit. And finally, Frenkie de Jong's options are running out. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Mo's younger brother, Little Mo, because Mo is currently taking some time off since he was sick and tired. So this is his little brother, Little Mo. Of course, I am just kidding. A lot of people were taken by surprise by the fact that I shaved. They were saying that I was, the younger Mo. The thing is, every now and then, I get tired of my beard every year and a half, so I shave it. As soon as I shave it, I immediately regret it and I say, I'm never gonna do this. This was the dumbest thing I've ever done. And yet I do it again. So I'm gonna grow it back. I'm sure in a year and a half I'll do the same. And I'm sure in a year and a half I'll also say that I'm never gonna do this again. It's pretty much a vicious cycle. I hate-love relationship with my beard. But anyways, enough about Big Mo's beard. It's Little Mo's turn now. So let's start with the news. But first, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Now let's begin with the news that Robert Lewandowski's agent Pini Zahabi was seen in the city of Barcelona meeting with the club. And no, it was not about Robert Lewandowski. It was about another player that he represents that plays for Barcelona, which is Dani Rodriguez. Now we've talked about Dani Rodriguez before here on the channel. He is a left winger that plays for Barca Athletic. He's someone whose contract expires during this summer, 2024. And as such, Barcelona were trying to extend the contract of the player, but it seemed like Dani Rodriguez was not interested in that. He was going to be leaving the club in order to join Athletic Club de Bilbao. There was also Real Sociedad who were interested in him. Of course, both Basque clubs. Dani Rodriguez is Basque himself. So it seemed that Dani Rodriguez was going to be leaving the club to join Athletic Club de Bilbao. But now Barcelona have improved the offer to the player because they would like to keep him. And this is why they met with Pini Zabi. Now it looks like the increased offer has caught the attention of the player. It seems that the player is also interested in the project that the club have offered him because he was initially not too happy with the minutes that he had received under Rafa Marquez with Athletic Club de Bilbao. I'm sorry, with Barca Athletic, not Athletic Club de Bilbao. But this, new project that the club have offered the player, this increased offer has caught the attention of the player. So there is the possibility of Dani Rodriguez continuing with Barcelona. Of course, if he does, Barcelona are counting on him to be an important player. It's not for sure yet, but this is why Barcelona met with Pini Zahabi in order to discuss the future of Dani Rodriguez, whose contract is set to expire next month. Now, speaking of Pini Zahabi, he has given an interview to a Polish media outlet where he was asked about Robert Lewandowski's continuity at the club. And in regards to that, the agent became very upset. And this is what he had to say. Pini Zahabi says it's nonsense, fake news. Lewandowski is 100% staying at Barca next season. Now, Pini Zahabi was seen very upset during his interview when he was asked these questions. Of course, he said that was all nonsense, that Lewandowski is staying. And I do understand why he's upset. It seems that Lewandowski is upset as well because, yes, Lewandowski does have a problem with his salary where he is going to earn 60 million euros next season net. That means that's 32 million euros for the club. So, yes, there is a problem with his salary. But I think the whole situation is being mishandled by the club. Now, I wouldn't mind Lewandowski staying next season because, after all, he is one of the very few players who can score goals. He was our top scorer last season, the top scorer of the entire La Liga. This season, he's also our top scorer. I think he scored 23 goals, if I'm not mistaken, and something like 10 assists. So he's definitely one of the very few players who is scoring goals for Barcelona. But not only that, I don't think that Vitor Roque or Margu are ready to, take on the starting position in the center forward position yet. This is why I would prefer Lewandowski to stay for one more season so he can alternate with either Gu or Vitor Roque or both so they can get more experience. And then 2025, 2026, we can count on one of those two, Gu or Vitor Roque, to become the starting center forwards. But I don't think they are ready to take on the mantle yet. And this is why I would want Lewandowski to stay. Plus the fact, as I said, he's one of the very few people on the team who can actually score goals. Now, I do understand there is a problem with his salary, but this is not Lewandowski's problem. This is the contract that Barcelona gave him. Barcelona agreed to pay him the 60 million euros net this season. They can't turn around and say, well, you know what? It's actually too high. Let's get rid of you. See, unlike the contracts of Frenkie de Jong, Lenglet, etc. Those contracts were negotiated by Bartomeu and his board. So Laporta and his board can at least blame it on the previous board, saying that wasn't us, it was a different board. But now they can't even use that excuse. They're the ones who agreed and said, hey, we're going to give you 32 million euros. Oh, wait. We don't want to give you that. That's too much. Then why did you agree to it in the beginning? So I understand why the Asian is mad. I understand why Lewandowski is mad. I think this whole situation is being mishandled. Of course, Barcelona has said that they would prefer to keep Lewandowski. They don't want to push him out. They don't want to force him out. But if he leaves, it'd be a great relief to the club. But that's not the way to go about it. I think a better way is for Barcelona to sit down face-to-face with Lewandowski. Tell him, hey, we like you. We thank you. We want you to continue. But let's figure out a way around your salary, rather than leaking to the media that a possible exit would be better for the club, because the club themselves cannot pay the salary that they agreed to pay him to begin with. So another shit show with the whole Lewandowski thing, which is being mishandled. So I do understand why Lewandowski and his agent are angry. Now, speaking of Frenkie de Jong, since I did mention him, it's reported that his options are running out because now Bayern Munich have ruled out the possibility of signing the Dutch midfielder. Now, Bayern Munich, along Manchester United, were two of the clubs who were willing to shell out some pretty important money for Frenkie de Jong. They were willing to fork out a lot of money to sign him, but it seems that now Bayern Munich have ruled out the signing of the Dutch midfielder because Bayern Munich have now turned their attention to Adam Wharton, a 20-year-old midfielder from Crystal Palace. That's who they are interested in. Of course, there are some saying that if Bayern Munich do end up signing Erik ten Hag, then maybe there's the chance of them signing Frenkie. But it looks like ten Hag is going to stay put at Manchester United. So for now, Bayern Munich are ruling out the signing of Frenkie, which does limit the options of the Dutch midfielders, who, as I reported in yesterday's video, is some people in Barcelona think that he might be bidding his time, that he might be not willing to renew his contract with Barcelona because he's waiting to leave as a free agent, or at least enter the final year of his contract so he can leave for a low transfer fee. And now that Bayern Munich are out of the picture, looks like Frankie's only option would be Manchester United. We'll see whether that's going to sway Frenkie de Jong's, mind and agree to that renewal offer that Barcelona signed him, or whether he's going to continue to ignore that offer and bid his time to either leave for free or enter his final year of contract and leave for a low transfer fee. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I will be uploading another video in a little bit. There is more news that I would like to share with you. Of course, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. And as always, peace, Barca.